Today on the channel from Star Wars Episode 1, the Kaadu with Jar Jar Binks. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel as we continue our daily Star Wars unboxings in 2021. And today, we're diving into the Episode 1 canon. Ooh, some people hated this, some people were turned off by Episode 1. I was a little bit of that, we can maybe talk about that. But Star Wars Episode 1, the Kaadu, hopefully I'm saying that right, K-A-A-D-U, Kaadu. Makes sense to me, that's what we're going to call it, and Jar Jar Binks. The Phantom Menace figures, I was all in on Star Wars Power of the Force. Then the Phantom Menace figures came, I got a few of them, and then I bowed out. And part of that was my hate for Jar Jar Binks. Kinda, not really. I don't know if hate is the right word, but he was a pretty annoying character to people my age in the 15, 16-year-old age bracket. Where it's funny is a lot of people my age back in the original trilogy thought a lot of that with the Ewoks and stuff like that. So I guess it all depends your age and where you are. I'm sure there's people that grew up that love Jar Jar Binks. You know, I'm kind of indifferent on him. He's definitely nowhere in my top 50 Star Wars characters. He's just kind of one of those guys that's there. But what I was turned off about with the Star Wars Phantom Menace figures, it seemed like we were getting all the figures just all over again. How many Jar Jar Binks did I need? I didn't need this regular edition one, and then a different one with a cannon, and then him with a weapon, and then him in a 3-pack, then him with this. It was just Jar Jar overkill, and I guess some people would say the same thing about Luke and Han and some of the other earlier incarnation figure lines. But Jar Jar was brand new. They were shoving him down our throat is basically what was going on there. And a lot of time has passed, and now things are full circle again. Jar Jar is now on the pegs at Walmart, Target. Go to your local Walmart, Target. You can probably get that deluxe Star Wars Black Series Jar Jar Binks. We're also going to have a Best Buy exclusive here in the next few months, early spring, of that same Jar Jar with a little less accessories. So it's an interesting time for old Jar Jar Binks, and this is going to be a little unboxing of Jar Jar Binks. We'll talk about the figure. We'll talk about this Kaadu. I'm trying to find some of these riding vehicles. There's that really big one, like Fambo or something like that. It's big, it's massive. I really got to track that guy down. I just don't want to pay $30 in shipping, so we'll see. But I got to track that guy down. I'm going to try to track down a lot of these Phantom Menace riding vehicles and animals and all kinds of stuff like that for my eventual shelf that I'll put together one of these days. Hopefully I can get that done sometime this year and all put together and all that kind of fun stuff. So without further ado, let's open up this Kaadu, whatever you want to call it. But let's look at the packaging. Very simple packaging. I like this a lot. This is not your typical massive Star Wars vehicle that was really expensive. This was kind of the smaller range vehicles. I did pick this up for $9.99 at a local toy store in my area. It probably cost that much or more when it was brand new, so that tells you kind of about some of these figures a little bit. But cool enough, I figured, hey, this works in the collection. I don't know about the Jar Jar figure, but we'll see where that goes. But yeah, there's the packaging. Got the nice window for Jar Jar, but no window for the Kaadu, which is always interesting to me. On the side, you got a sticker there. It looks like a little remnants of a Toys R Us sticker, if I remember back in my old brain of Toys R Us. Kind of the same thing there on the other side. And then you got the top and the bottom showing the action feature. Realistic running action. Wow, realistic running action. Very interesting. Let's see what it says on the back here. The Kaadu are nimble creatures from the planet Naboo. Often used by the amphibious Gungans as steeds, they carry Gungan warriors like Jar Jar Binks into battle against the seemingly unstoppable Trade Federation army. So there you go. They're also promoting the line down below, promoting the Naboo fighter vehicle, which I do have. I have not unboxed that yet. Jar Jar comes with his energy ball atlatl. Oh boy. But there's the back. Very cool back packaging. Tells you all you need to know and promotes the other lines. You know, that's what I want in my packaging. Ages 4 and up. There it is. Realistic running action by Hasbro. Hasbro coming in hot with the realistic running action. Alright, let's pull him out. Maybe. Maybe. Is he going to come out? I don't know. There we go. Ugh. There it is. Packaging. See you later. Grab Jar Jar out here. Come on. Oh, he's locked in. Good thing I got my scissors. These are really locked in, too. We talk about locked in figures, usually Marvel Select, but this is super locked in packaging. So there's Jar Jar and his atlatl, or whatever you call it, the old plastic prison for Jar Jar. Jar Jar looking only like he can look. Good for him. Get that out. We'll open him first. There we go. See you later. No old school stickiness disease on him, which I like. Feels like brand new. It seems Jar Jar is articulated to ride. As you can see him right there, he's ready to ride. So it is truly a different type of Jar Jar figure. The cool thing too is he's got a little bit of elbow articulation, which we weren't seeing back in the day there. So he could hold his atlatl, or whatever you call it. I believe this thing was a weapon, wasn't it? Maybe not. I don't know. This is definitely not the best figure. Is this the best Jar Jar figure? Nowhere close. Not even the best Phantom Menace Jar Jar figure. Thing about this one is you're just getting it to ride. But there he is. Jar Jar, typical Jar Jar. You could probably mix him in with a bunch of Jar Jars and Tarpals and all that stuff. And hey, here's the Gungan army. You could always do that. I do absolutely love this. We talk about this a lot on some of these Kenner Hasbro releases, these pamphlets. I think these things are really cool. And this one is Star Wars specific. So this one is exceptionally cool. Showing all the different figures in here. Got the big Barbie doll size figures. Some of the other vehicles. Let's see if I can find that one I was looking for. It doesn't look like it's in here, unfortunately. Yeah, it is not. But yeah, very cool. Always love these. These were a good thing to look at, checklist, something to give your mom and dad. Say, hey, give this to Grandpa and Grandma. I want this for Christmas. That's what you could do back in the day with those. So very cool. Let's get this guy unboxed here. Oh man, he's taped in. He's buckled in. We'll get him out. We'll get him out one way though. One way or the other. We always do. Well, I might have to take that back. We'll see. It's crazy how much care was put into these toys back in the day, making sure they don't fall out and all that kind of stuff. Where today we don't get a ton, we get some of it, but nothing quite to this extreme. That's everything. So we're gonna see you later. Off to the side. Clean up our mess here. How about a little plastic prison for the Kaadu? There it is. Almost kind of like a duck kangaroo. See you later. So we must push. Oh yeah, so look at this. You push down on this little backpack here and he's off to the races. Gotta go. Oh my gosh, gotta go. Feet don't fail me now. I'm off. So there it is. That's pretty cool actually. I like a good toy gimmick every once in a while. I like toy gimmicks like this that don't necessarily get in the way of other things. As you can see, he can stand just fine on a display, so he's good for that. He's good for the serious collector out there, but then he's good for little kids like my kids. My youngest daughter, Emma, who's 5. She would enjoy playing with this, to have him run around and stuff. Really fixes two purposes out there. I mean, there's no fancy black series. There's no fancy vintage collection of this creature we'll call the Kaadu. But it's nice enough you could put that in there, a little smoke and mirrors like we always say. You put that in and you're in the game with them. You got a nice string here that holds him back, you know, like a horse or whatever you want to call it. Like I said, Jar Jar does fit perfectly on here. He's got the reins he can hold if you want him to, or he can hold his atlatl or whatever you want to call it. Does he stay on if you do this? Yeah, he does. So there you go. I mean, not much more to be said here. A very simple toy. $9.99, perfect price for me. I'm all in at $9.99. You know, it's basically costs that much to ship it in this day and age. So to be able to get it at a toy store for $9.99, fits perfect. Will go good in my Naboo display with my Gungans. That's set up when I ever get to that, hopefully sooner rather than later. For $9.99, you can't go wrong. I wouldn't be opposed to buying a few more of these, maybe. Build a whole scene. I need to find that big old Fambo, or I don't even know how you pronounce it. It's like F-A-M-B-O. I got to find that one, put that in there, kind of have him there, have a few of these, a few other creatures, some, you know, troopers walking, and then you get the droids and everything else on the other side. I think I got my plans ready to go. But I like this for $9.99. $9.99 back then, $9.99 right now, even better right now. Solid pickup. I can't recommend this enough. It is what it is for $9.99. Can't beat it. Can't beat it at all. So you guys tell me what you think. Did you pick this guy up back in the day? Have you ever seen this? Did you forget about this? All the usual comments. We can talk about these things. But for me, like I said, I'm all in. I think this is a good buy. But you guys tell me in the comments your thoughts. Don't forget to like the video. You've been here. You watching. Hit the old like. It's good. It's good to do. It's good to do. And then don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, daily Star Wars unboxings. I'm pumping them out for you guys. We're pumping them out every single day. So you never know what's going to show up. Vintage Collection, Phantom Menace, Power of the Jedi, Power of the Force, Black Series. Goes on and on. Figures, vehicles. We're going to mix through them all. It's going to be a long year. There's going to be a lot of videos. But we're going to do it. And we're going to cap it off with a nice Star Wars display all at the end. Hopefully at the end of 2021. So much, much more to come. And hopefully you guys will be here with me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And for my boy Jar Jar Binks, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.